Good morning, Eagles. My name is Ian Murphy, and welcome to Superfight, a brand new game show hosted by Eagle Eye News. This is a whole new thing. There's a whole lot of stuff happening, and we're just going to see how it goes.
So let's explain the game. You'll be given 3 white cards along with 3 black cards. The white cards represent your character and the black cards your superpowers. After you choose your favorite white card, you pick your 2 favorite black cards and hand me one back. I'll give you a black card in exchange to fill you out with 3 total superpowers for your 1 superhero. Players will face off in about a 2-minute battle of the wits to see not necessarily who has the strongest superhero, but the best arguing skills.
Let's start off by introducing our contestants. Coming out on the stage, our theater teacher here at Lakes Community High School, the one, the only, Mr. E, Mr. Tobin, Mr. Barbanera. On my right, however, they are fierce competitors, the students, Mitchell Capel, it's David Migas, Macy Adams. And without further ado, let's welcome our first contestants, Mr. E and Mitchell Capel. I'm gonna hide this microphone because I don't need it.
And so I'm gonna be Superman, one of the most powerful beings in the entire universe. He is made of stone, he has X-ray vision, and he shoots bees from his mouth.
I have a pet rock who is wearing an impenetrable tuxedo, who is armed with a catapult and unlimited livestock, which might be a challenge, but he has 2 extra arms.
Let's battle.
Okay, well your character does sound very cute. It's a little rock made of stone, but I have a Superman made of stone, which I feel like would ultimately outfight your rock.
I am going for psychological damage and start playing cat's cradle over and over again until I break him emotionally.
Is that my character can shoot bees from his mouth. Bees do not care about cats in the cradles or the silver spoons.
Emotional damage is pretty strong. I think bees are stronger. Mr. David Migas facing off against Mr. Tobin.
All right, well, I am a hippo. You can only move when the other opponent moves, so your move.
I have some special cards. My character is a Spartan, so he can't actually read. His top half, play another character card from my hand. I have a blank card, Dr. Manhattan, and I'm also pregnant.
Whoa, this is how you tell me? This is not the place.
My bottom half, my legs, the legs of a Spartan. That means I'll never give up ground, as seen in the movie 300, being Dr. Manhattan.
Does it help if I haven't seen the movie 300?
Not really. And how's the hippo going to move Dr. Manhattan around?
Physics is force equals mass times acceleration.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm big, and I'm accelerating real quick, and hippos can go 25 miles per hour. The only, like, if you were in like a Spartan in like a Coliseum with a hippo, how are you going to do anything?
That's an interesting argument. Hippo drive is really what does it. Macy Adams versus Mr. Barbanera.
A demon-possessed car, and it's carrying way too many grocery bags.
Your mom, wearing skis. Unfortunately, she has vertigo. She's on a velocipede.
What is a velocipede?
It's a great question. I was hoping to ask you that one, Ian.
Demon-possessed car. That just sounds cool in general, considering that it's your mom.
Oh, it's not my mom.
Oh, it's not your mom?
It's your mom. And here's where I think your whole argument falls apart. Have you ever seen a mom driving a car? Moms have superpowers to be able to pull in those groceries in one trip. I'm thinking soccer mom van, they got all the kids in there. It's already demon possessed with all those kids in there. So she's balanced. She rode right off into the sunset, enjoying the Superfight win.
I'm gonna have to give him the win. Woo. That'll end our first half of Superfight. We'll be right back after a few brief messages in with the second half.
It got to come out. I felt so good. Went on boogie just the same. Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down. Off of your feet.
Hey Eagles, welcome back to Superfight. I'm your host Ian Murphy, and we're coming into the second half. Of course, we're gonna start in almost the same way we did last time, but this time with a shuffled deck of members. Come on forward.
Barney, and I am a big purple dinosaur you've seen in your childhood, but not like that because it's off hours. I can only see movement, which has always been a thing for T-Rex. Well, not actually. Well,
Justin Bieber, who can walk through solid objects and is being guarded by the Secret Service. And he can
Well,
walk
what does
through
the Secret
solid
Service do
rock.
against a giant dinosaur? Boom.
Okay, but
No more Justin.
also, do you
Was
think that
been.
he can walk through solid objects? He can walk through those social barriers. He can walk into your life.
Baby, baby, baby. Ooh, who else could write that?
I mean, he just repeated it over and over. He just
Baby,
plagiarized
baby.
himself.
I think it's all about the social barriers, really.
Oh,
I mean, I think
You
just
walk right through 'em.
exactly.
So I am a disembodied head. I can take the form of anything I touch. If I'm singing show tunes, I turn invisible.
All right, I am a T-Rex. I am armed with a super glue fire hose, swinging a shark on a chain.
Disembodied head. One thing that I think is really powerful about that is they don't have to worry about moving all this stuff. All of the brain power that goes into your movement is all focused on just strategy. One thing that I think might be a weakness of yours is because the T-Rex, this is to scale, has arms like this. The angle of rotation on your shark chain, it's not going to be able to stretch very far. It's going to be very limited. And even if it does hit it, that means I can just take the form of your shark chain.
So you're going to take the form of a chain, which will immediately end this super fight.
Well, if I so choose, the card does read, I can take the form, now I must. All I have to do is sing, the sun will come out tomorrow, and it will be almost impossible for you to hit me as I will turn invisible. Bet your bottom dollar that, and then all of a sudden, that's going to be the last thing that you hear, which is an unfortunate way to go.
I'm not sure if you know this about dinosaurs, but they have impeccable hearing. You're invisible, but they can hear from miles away. So your show tunes and your sneak attack will do nothing against my T-Rex.
I think, Mitchell, you make an incredibly strong argument. The disembodied head, without having all those pesky limbs in the way, you did become a chain, which would have instantly nullified your argument. Mr. E, David?
I am playing an assassin.
I have the Doctor. There's 3 of them, armed with a barbed wire net. I will pick the 10th, 11th, and 12th Doctors.
I'll start us off with arguably saying that the 12th Doctor is the worst one, so good luck. You see a potato sack floating in front of you. Rockets start shooting out in every direction because that's my only tactic to get out of the trapped potato sack.
The Doctors, they perform best under intense situations. And their sonic screwdrivers can turn off any mechanical device, but they cannot open wooden doors because they're so high-level intellect allows them to understand that potato sack, it could be a trap by the Daleks.
Sonic screwdriver, by definition, fixes everything. That's like, it's a Deus Ex Machina, except wooden doors.
Potato sack, as we know, is not a wooden door.
With the end of the second half, we of course have the students up 1 and the teachers up 1, which puts us at a perfect 1-1 tie. It's almost like I had planned for this. We're gonna have to have a tiebreaker match. We're not just gonna do another 3 rounds. That would be a little bit boring, and I'm running out of time on my segment here. 3 students facing off against 3 teachers. Without further ado, let's battle.
Solid Snake, one of the greatest spies ever. So quiet, he'll sneak up on you, and using his infinite length sausage lasso, he can tie you up, taking you out of the fight, fly away with a flying narwhal, and then drop you off into the ocean.
A Lakes Community High student is really good at avoiding narwhals. I don't think anyone here has seen one. In respect plus courtesy equals pride, do you see narwhal once in that equation?
And what is an eagle really bad at, though? Oh, gee, parking. Okay? When your narwhal parks, we will run him over.
It's your narwhal.
Yeah, take that, narwhal. Wait a minute.
Wait, is it?
Run
Is
it
there
back.
a narwhal?
Sorry. It's the SUV. All right. Your narwhal's
But
dead.
that
by
will
your own
only
team.
make him more powerful because he's a narwhal.
I may not be a biology major, but I believe it's a type of whale. Whales, we can agree, they're pretty big. And I think the whale beats the SUV, even if it does get hit.
You have not seen Lake Students Park then.
Yes, I have.
There's one thing that Boy Scouts know how to do. They know fire, they know smoke, they know how to handle it, they know how to take it down.
But they've probably never seen a flaming tutu before. Your Boy Scout is going to be confused as to where to go, and there's 100 of these smoke monsters wearing flaming tutus.
Now, I'm not picking sides, but I am a Boy Scout, and I have seen a flaming tutu before. So, I mean, take that into your argument.
See,
Well, only you can prevent forest fires, which means you two can't. And so that argument is void.
One thing about penguins, I don't know if you've ever seen Happy Feet, but when they get going, I mean theater, you know how tap dancing can go. When they get going, you don't know what you're stepping on. I mean, it could be any one of you under the Emperor Penguin's feet.
And I think we're failing to
Can't be a
remember
smoke.
that we have a freeze rate.
I believe penguins live in the Arctic,
Also?
which is pretty cold at all times.
Yeah, but they have to keep themselves warm by going in concentric circles.
Also, how was Happy Feet ruined when he got real sad in that box? And what do I have? A sadness ray.
Yeah.
But, have you ever watched Penguins on
Bam!
Madagascar?
Those tiny little penguins are supposed to be emperor penguins?
You guys have been hit by a sadness ray and a freeze ray by 100 smoke monsters riding on battle cats. You also are disabled. I think the smoke monsters riding battle cats ends this
I
argument.
can't imagine the chaos
But-
of just 100 battle cats alone.
But, don't we have smoke alarms that should go off whenever, there's fire within
No, we
the
cut costs.
building?
I think the teachers just keep coming out over and over and over on top and rebuking every single argument they made. I would like to welcome your 2021 EEN Superfight champions, the Sweater Sweaters. Thank you all for watching, of course. I'm your host, Ian Murphy. This show is produced for EEN by EEN and is made in collaboration with Mr. Bush and his live stream team. We had a lot of help with him in terms of camera equipment and setup. I would like to thank Mr. E for allowing us to use the auditorium space here today, again, with Mr. Bush, he being the auditorium manager. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving.